Myself Sunil R Nair, and here basically we are discussing about the currency topic, only same topic. And in this basically till now we have discussed lots of things, right? Lots of things basically we have discussed. In this basically we are discussing about some point basically, that is one person told that basically 300 times basically one vegetable can be produced from that particular land, that same land basically. If it will produce more than that, then basically it will convert into the cancer. Then the alternative was basically found, that was the software energy basically. He told that basically software energy basically can be used. Then basically the alternative basically they found that was, we will dump some software energy inside that particular person body, they'll generate the energy of the software energy of the vegetables. That was one option. Another option was, we will directly take the data from the nuclear power company, that this always blood cells basically which is mapped, that is basically going to use for the vegetable purpose. And which type of blood cells is inside his particular body. It might be Vadodara blood cells, it can be Mumbai blood cells, it can be Andheri blood cells, it can be Bangalore blood cells, any blood cells basically can be possible. So that combination data can be used. Then he told that basically we will directly take the data from his body energy when he is basically doing certain level of task. So like this basically many options basically were there, like same way that 3 lakh basically combination was created, like same way basically here also basically many options basically was created to use the data of vegetable energy. Like this basically they told that basically yes, basically we can use the vegetable energy, and we are basically ready to use the energy basically. Like this basically they told that basically yes, basically we can use that data basically. So that was the alternative of that land vegetables. So like this basically the software industry basically people also jumped into the human creation basically. That was here basically I have taken just an example of vegetables. In real basically oils are there, petrols are there, fruits are there, each and everything basically of human needs basically can be has generated as a natural by nature basically, that we have already generated. Like this basically everything is done basically. Each and every software basically is mapped, that this software is going to use for steel purpose, this software is going to use for this purpose, for that purpose. Like this each and every purpose basically was used. Like this basically each and every purpose basically was used. So like each and every software basically was connected with one set of group, right? That basically we have already discussed. That is that person which is going, that is Bangalore blood cells. So Bangalore blood cells means he basically converted his body into Bangalore blood cells. That means entire each and every buildings basically is basically existing in Bangalore basically, that was having blood cells. For example, 1 lakh building basically is there in Bangalore. So 1 lakh blood cells basically was inside his particular body. In 1 lakh building basically, in each building basically around assume that 800 people basically were staying. So 800 people blood cells basically energy was inside that particular person body. That how basically what designed, that basically the experts only basically can tell how basically was this what designed. And this is basically entire thing basically is diagram in the form of diagram, and that is basically it's connected like the software basically. For example, connected means it has created as a software. For example, Bangalore blood cells equal to that human, and that human is equal to converted into software basically. Converted into means his entire body parts, his entire blood cells basically has been used in creation of software basically. So entire data basically of that particular body basically you can found basically in one of the software company basically. So that's why basically the software company also basically you can say that Bangalore software company. So entire information, one person told that basically what is the status of the Bangalore. So basically you just need to search that basically person's body is latest data basically, which is basically available, which is mostly basically available with the power company, because that keeps on taking the data periodically, every hours, every 2 hours, every 3 hours, or basically daily. Like this basically perfect data you will be going to found from that software company. And basically each and every data basically are connected with each and every countries. For example, Bangalore city is connected with 160 countries. So 160 countries are going to give the data to the Bangalore city. So like this Bangalore city gets 160 countries power supply data. According to that basically they keeps on updating the data basically. So that data basically keeps on changing. So like this basically we discussed that also, that 3 lakh incidents basically are also created, and each and every incidents basically are connected with the physical area. That also basically we saw. Then basically we saw that how basically each and every things basically are connected also, how each and every incidents basically are connected with the land also basically. Then basically this each and everything basically are connected with the currencies, because these all basically incidents are there, and each and every incidents are equal to currencies plus minus happens. So whatever currency basically plus minus happens, for that basically specially incidents basically are created. And incidents are basically created, incident basically happens not in air basically, right? It basically physical space is required. So physical spaces basically are there, cities are there, states are there, countries basically are there. So physically things basically are used. So like this basically the physical areas all basically are connected with the incidents. Like this each and every things basically are connected with the currencies also basically. So like this also basically things are basically connected. In then basically we saw that in currency basically then basically we saw that basically in currency the embassy department basically interferes. Embassy interface means, for example, H1B visa is there, right? So H1B visa is connected with the requirement basically, the requirement of USA basically, which type of data basically they want. According to that basically they do the requirement basically. They give the requirement to the government, and government says that basically you can get the requirement, get the data from our country basically. So for that basically they created H1B visa, H1B visa. Like this basically the government issued that visa also basically. Like this basically they say that basically we want 1 lakh people, and then basically they given the 1 lakh people also. Like this basically 22 crore people basically has already placed in USA. Few basically placed through the green card, few placed from the H1B visa, few are basically placed on the base of marriage, few are basically placed on the base of business, few are basically placed on the base of money, few are basically placed on the relative base basically. The relatives basically are there in USA long before basically they went to US. Like this basically 22 crore Indian basically are staying in USA. That is directly connecting to the currencies of INR and dollar. In next video we are going to see little bit detail about this 22 crore people.